Slayer.
Hey there! Welcome to the Halo podcast from Xbox the Box called Halo There. My name is Potatochief, and I'm with my good friend ProperNeko, a.k.a. Alice. How are you doing, Alice?
Hi, my pronouns are she, they, and I suppose this is the last episode of the current run of episodes. Like, you were saying that we could return for special episodes, like when Season 5 drops, right?
So this is our limited. This is the last part of our limited run series. We agreed to do 6 episodes on this run to see how it went. You guys have all been fantastic. A lot of you have really got attached to the show, so we really appreciate it. But yeah, we will do more Halo there in the future when there's a new Halo game announced, or when Season 5 comes out, or like if there's any big Halo news. But next week, we're going to be moving on to something else in the field of stars.
But anyway, at a time of recording, there's already like the second week, which is the last week of the Cyber Showdown 2, which is already a pass with like 10 free items that, if you haven't already, unlock them all. There's also a light bike charm, which you can get as a weekly challenge. Well, ultimately, weekly challenge. So if you like that, you can complete all the challenges and grab that for your gun. To me, don't know, but it looks kind of cool. The shop is a bit disappointing though, because it takes the items from last week and it only gives you like Korean Dream, which is a camouflage with blue accents. And there's also I think it was it's not the Sundown, but I think it was a other thing which is Ascended or some sort like that. It's a really cool like blue and light blue outline for the armor, which would have been just perfect if it wasn't for the orange arm that comes with it. So it just makes it a bit of a tricky choice to go for. But you do have a frog emblem and a fusion coil charm, so that's kind of cool. But apart from that, it's just like more discounts and items from last week. But apart from that, nothing new. Just about, I don't know if the Dredge playlist is back, because I only had a quick glance of it, but I think it's just pretty much everything you expect from Halo Infinite up to this point.
Yeah, so I've already got the Symphonic Dawn, which is like a boombox fusion coil. I already have that. It is a 60% sale, so that's an old item that's come back. I already own that one. But yeah, it's basically a lot of armor skins. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of the Solar Ascendants, as you said, is all blue with an orange arm. I don't get it. That's a bit of a weird design choice for me, but okay.
Well, I think you were saying, like, you pay that much credits for blue? Both of the new packs are blue. Yes.
Yeah, I know. But yeah, the Cyber Showdown Part 2 is still going. You got another 6 days to get all your stuff. Get your custom battle rifle, get the guitar pose, get your pinball machine charm, and your Halo VHS charm, and all the blue color scheme. Free blue colors for all your weapons as well. So get on the game, have some fun, play some Halo. And I think I'm on the game as we speak. I'm just having a look. It's still the Dredge 24/7 playlist. So
cool.
If you want to try out the new map Dredge, go check it out. I say new map, and it's based on the Halo Reach map.
It's called Countdown.
Countdown, yeah.
Yes, I've been playing a lot, and I said about it like in the last episode, because I did a cheeky update and say about the mid-season update while I was editing. So I would like to hear what your views on Dredge. What do you think of it?
I think it's a lot of fun. I really like Dredge. It's an interesting map. You could like if you play Capture the Flag or Oddball, it's got lots of little routes you could like take side paths and jump through windows and stuff and confuse people where you are. It's like it's multi-floors. It's like 3 different floors. You got the grav lift, you got the side rooms. It's very interesting. It's a fun little map. It's nice to be getting new maps more regularly. As I said before, when Halo Infinite first came out, we had a limited amount of maps, and they were just the same maps on loop all the time. So it's nice to actually get some new maps now, even if they are just remakes of Halo Reach maps. It's nice to get something different to play on every couple of weeks, which is cool. Check it out. Dredge 24/7 is what it's called. Definitely check it out.
Yeah, definitely my thoughts too. And it's all part of this mid-season update, which includes some improvements, fixes, and everything, as we said last week. So, how are you finding the mid-season update?
I mean, it doesn't seem to be as buggy as it was before. I could seem to be loading up the game a bit easier. Seems to be able to find a match a bit easier. But yeah, it's not. You haven't noticed too much differences, but it's nice. It's like seems to be a bit smoother, and I'm enjoying my time on Halo. I always enjoy playing Halo Infinite. This game is fantastic. I still think this game is really good. I know a lot of people give it a lot of crap, but I think this game is a lot of fun now, and it is finally at the stage where you can say that this is a really fun, really good game, and I'm hoping that more people will come back to it. I love it, and I can't wait for season 5. To be fair,
I think that loads of people have seen saying that season 4 is like already like the best of what they can deliver. So I think it just kind of holds promise for more seasons, though. Even though they still lean on more cosmetics you had to buy in the shop, even though they've been doing improvements like lowering prices, putting more. Making more items available for individual purchases. Like for the game that's already been made more complicated by the Slipstream engine, there's already a bunch of like quality of life improvements that really makes it more of a fun game. And I've been playing on it like every day or some sort. So I haven't been tired of it. Honestly, this is coming from someone who's just got really fed up with season 2 and don't want to play much of it anymore. Now I'm just playing more of season 4 and trying to level up the battle pass, and it still continues to surprise me to this very day with more maps. And ever since they got the Forge mode, they've been adding way more maps into the match lists and everything. And you even comes with a custom games browser, so you'd never get bored with it. And I think this is a quite achievement on 343's part.
I think it's fantastic. I absolutely adore the game now. It's really really grown on me. So with the battle pass, we're on the season 4 battle pass infection. I'm level 79 on the battle pass. What level are you? Have you maxed it? Have you maxed out the battle pass yet?
Level 85, actually.
Okay. So yeah, I'm 79 at the moment. I could have probably finished it by now because I have a lot of double XP, but I'm kind of just savoring it, taking my time.
Well,
really enjoy playing it though.
Bear in mind that XP boosts, like, you'll end up with a lot of abundance of it if you're sticking to Game Pass quests. But the challenge swaps, I used to use a lot of them, but I think during the seasons that there isn't a lot of challenges that are like you have to play in the specific style, and instead it just seems like it's easier. Like some of them require you to kill players or you have to win matches, but it's almost as if like if you get really good at the game and you can go with any play style, you're most likely to be able to get all 10 challenges before you even think about how you play it differently. So I think to me is a huge improvement. So it doesn't try to pigeonhole people into playing into different styles. So yeah,
I agree. And and I've also been doing the thing that always confuses you. I went on my second profile and I did the entire battle pass again on the on my secondary profile. That is completely unnecessary. So I've got all the Cyber Showdown Part 2 completed on my second profile. So I've literally done all 10 levels twice. So just so I have a bit more customization for my backup account. So I guess if I just have someone come over who wants to play split screen or something, or I don't know, so just have a bit more customization on my Spartans, I guess. I don't know. I like having having a bit more choice, and it's just free to play. Why not? It's extra gameplay, something to do. So yeah, I've unlocked all that, and that. I'm still trying to get through the 30 tier battle pass on my second profile, the winter contingency pass. But yeah, I've beaten every other battle pass on my main profile. So God, I love Halo. I'm a massive Halo dog. If you haven't got back to playing it, I highly recommend trying it out.
Yes.
And if you're scared and you've never played Halo Infinite, try and check it out. Download the Winter Contingency. Select the Winter Contingency Battle Pass and just play it. You have like a load of free stuff to unlock, and you can also unlock a load of stuff in the Cyber Showdown. Just give it a try. It's free to play. You don't have to buy. You don't have to pay for it. You can literally play it for completely free and unlock a load of nice stuff.
Well, you did say about the winter contingency and all this stuff there. So,
yeah,
I would imagine you made your second profile when you got around doing season 3 or season 4. So, when you say about all those things, were you able to get to the prior seasons? Would you be able to unlock content on seasons 1, 2, and the winter update?
Yeah, you can still do that right now. You can access it. You can all you have to do is when you go on the playlist, it says switch battle pass, and it gives you the option to go on any of the battle passes on the system. So season 1, season 4, season 1, 2, 3, 4, and the winter update. So the winter update is free. That's free to battle pass, and it's completely free. So there's a free battle pass for you to complete if you don't want to spend any money on Halo and you want to have some customization. That's why I was recommending it. And you can go back and play old ones. So it's great.
So
I've completed season 1 Heroes of Reach. I completed season 2 Lone Wolves, season 3 Echoes of In, and now we're on season 4 Infection. I've completed all of them apart from Infection so far. And you can go back to them whenever you want.
So
just crazy.
So I have a question for you. If you bought a Xbox, or if you were to download Halo Infinite multiplayer on Steam and you got it for the first time, are you saying to me it's possible that instead of going for the season 4 battle pass, you can literally buy a premium season 1 from the menu and you can complete it, or
if
you
wanted to, yeah.
Is it? Oh, right. So I thought you only get to pay for the current season and get all the items.
No. So that's the great thing about Halo Infinite is that the battle passes last forever. They don't disappear. So if you buy a battle pass, you have access to it forever, or for as long as the game is active. They don't, unlike games like Fortnite and all that, you have 3 weeks to complete the entire battle pass, and if you don't, that's it. You don't get all the items.
Oh, wow.
Whereas this, when you buy a battle pass, you can go back to it. So you can literally go back and do. If you were a brand new Halo player, you could go back and play all 4 seasons plus the winter update season, and go through them and unlock all the stuff. But as I said, if you want to be a cheapskate and not spend any money on Halo, just access you can access the winter update, which is 30 free battle pass levels, and you can just do that as a battle pass and just play that, and then you get free items, and just get your feet in the door and see how you feel about the game.
Wow.
You can definitely do it. It's worth doing. As I said, that's what I've been doing on my second profile. I've basically been playing through the winter update and getting all the Cyber Showdown stuff. So it's all the free items. I haven't spent a penny, and my Spartan looks lovely on the second profile. I mean, my main profile's got all the best stuff, but the second profile's doesn't look too shabby, considering I haven't spent a penny on it. So,
well, the only thing is that you won't be able to get the event stuff. There used to be the ones there's the Yapping, which I'm already getting a little bit nostalgia about.
Yes.
And there's Cyber Showdown 1, and there's an old UI and Eagle Strike event. So
that's the only 3. Yeah, I suppose you can't do that, but they do come around every so often. So there'll probably be another 10-ray event at some point. So, but yeah, you're right. You don't get all the same items again, unfortunately.
Well, there's a term-wide free event happening next month, so that's something to look forward to.
Ooh.
But there's also a bunch of other skins, which I was disappointed they're still not in the shop yet. Well, you have a pink, green, white armor called I think it was a Cosmic Dawn or whatever this is, and there's also a power suit, a coating, which is Ascendancy, but only more glossier colors, and it's interesting. And I think there's Sunfire and those sort of things, but it seems to stick to the same patterns where you have one color the left and a different color on the right, and it's reversed for the bottoms, so it seems to be sticking to that kind of trendy pattern as per season 4.
Pretty cool. I like that. Yeah, there's so much cool customizable stuff on the Halo Infinite. I love this game. This game is so much fun. But yeah, try out the Dredge playlist. Try out Cyber Showdown 2, you got 6 days to play through. When this airs, it's 3 days, I believe, because we're recording this on Tuesday and it airs on Friday.
Still around,
so you've still got a couple of days to do it. So you should still have a couple of days to do it if you're listening to this the day the podcast comes out. So check it out. It's not some cool free stuff. I like free stuff. Free stuff's great. I love the free battle passes and the free event passes they do. They're great.
I have to admit, that is really interesting. But we must go to the topic where we discuss about the future of Halo. Because right now, the leaks are everywhere. If you check out like Desolate News or Banished News or whatever that is, you would definitely like get hints of what is coming. So at the moment, there's already like leaks of a double-barreled shotgun, as we discussed in earlier episodes. But
yes, please.
But there's a promise like you get Firefight and the campaign AI, which to me these are the most exciting features to come to the game. Would you agree?
Oh yeah, Firefight is like my favorite mode on Halo Reach and Halo ODST. Like Firefight, I used to play that so much. I absolutely adore Firefight. Bring it back. I didn't like Spartan Ops and stuff like that. I felt like Firefight was like the perfect mix, the perfect level, and it's like I hope they bring it back. And custom Firefight with like rockets and stuff would be hilarious and a lot of fun. I would love that. Please do it. Free for free if you're listening. Bring back Firefight. And yeah, shotgun. Yes, please. That's been my main thing about Halo Infinite since the game came out. The bull shot is not a proper shotgun. I'm sorry, it's just not. No. I want a proper shotgun like you have from Halo 3. I want it to have a shotgun or sword or a hammer. You're going to get a kill if you're like close enough to someone, you know?
Now,
like, that's it. Like those three.
Now, what if I tell you that there could be a firefight where there's a King of the Hill objective where you take over the spot while you fight against their enemies? Would you be excited for that?
I'd be intrigued. I'm not sure if it's like, I can't wait to play that, but I'd definitely try it. That sounds like an interesting twist on a Firefight. Well, if they have different versions of Firefight with different objectives, I think that would be a lot of fun too.
Yeah, that's what's been rumored, according to the leaks. That
wait.
It's not just like a vanilla Firefight where is a PvP deathmatch kind of thing. It's likely to have like multiple objectives in, which could mean you can have more stuff going on in the Firefight. So it does sound as if it's going to be the best Firefight, just like the Forge is the best Forge because of more complexity and better graphics in it. And we're already seeing like a bunch of like really good maps there. In fact, it could well be the Halo Infinite is by far like a huge evolution of like the previous Halo games they've worked on. Like it could be possible that you may have a Warzone mode in like Halo Infinite in the form of Firefight. Because I think Warzone is just like there's this mode where you had to capture objectives, which sounds like Total Control. Only you take over the objectives, and then you had to go into other opponent and destroy the power core. But later on, there's a Firefight mode for Warzone, and this basically uses Warzone maps, and you just go fight against the enemies. But in Halo Infinite, if the leaks are correct, it could be the other way around, where you have some Firefight made across multiplayer and also Forge maps as well, which comes with campaign AI as well. And it could extend into something like Warzone, for instance. So this is going to be extremely interesting.
Ooh, I'm certainly down. If two of our viewers want to get involved and help team up, I'm assuming it's 4-player. If you like me, you, and 2 of our viewers, let's go play some Firefight. If you're interested, let us know in the comments below. Let's play some Firefight. Hell yeah! I love Firefight. It's such a good mode.
But there is one caveat though that, for what it sounds, is still going to be a lot of work, and it's obvious that 343 has been working on this for every year. So which is why there's also a rumor that the next season 5 could instead only have extraction and assault modes, and possibly VIP, whereas Firefight could be delayed into like season 6 or 7.
That's disappointing, but understandable, I suppose. At least they're having a Like the people have been complaining about Halo Infinite since it came out because it didn't have a steady stream of content. I feel like we're finally getting to that stage now where there is a steady stream of content. There's stuff to do, and there's you can keep playing it as much as you want. So I think I'm just happy that they keep making stuff for this game. Honestly,
well, actually, there's some information to say that they already got content laid out for seasons up to 7. Which means we should be expecting content in the next 3 seasons, which means the game is likely to continue into the new year and could go into 2024, which they are now running the seasons for 4 months at a time, just like with the winter update.
I wish that... That's the thing. I feel like they've lost all these people from the game. I wish there was a way they could just bring people back, They need to promote this game again because it is really good now. People don't realize that Halo Infinite is now good. I mean, that was what I wanted to call this episode. Halo Infinite multiplayer is now good, and see if I can get people to start playing it. But hey, there you go.
Well,
I think it is a good system.
Well,
sorry,
I was originally thinking of a name of a topic which should be called Halo Infinity and Beyond.
Ooh. Okay, Buzz Lightyear.
But anyway, so I'm
trying to remember what is. You've seen Toy Story 1, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's it. I just remembered because I'm not Buzz Lightyear. I'm Mrs. Nesbit. How dare you? When he falls out the window and gets turned into. Yeah, sorry. I don't know why that just struck me. It's I love Buzz Lightyear. Toy Story is a great film. Anyway, to Infinity and Beyond, or Halo Infinite and Beyond. What is Beyond? That is the question.
Yeah,
that's me trying to get you back into the conversation.
Well, so far, I think it's just likely that Halo Infinite has got more content there. But I think the future is still a bit uncertain because even though they already ironed out a lot of bugs and are now continuing to offer content, it's just kind of goes into the possibilities because Halo Infinite multiplayer may not run forever. It could actually go into one of these possibilities where we're all hoping as if it will go down the route of Master Chief Collection, where Master Chief Collection has been going on for 10 years, which has got all the maps from all the Halo games featured in the collection, and it had an awful launch, had connection issues, but eventually it got all the content from all the associated games, got the DLC for ODST and Reach, and it's now becoming a more complete package because of all that content featured in this whole game. So you should have everything in it except for Halo 5 and Halo Infinite. So what we're hoping is that the Halo Infinite could run for another 8 years, where it gets more content, got all the features that everyone asked for, all free to play, along with the microtransactions, and that's what we're hoping for.
I hope so. I mean, I want this game to keep going. I'd be disappointed if we have to start from they're just okay, we're done with Halo Infinite now. Pull the plug. Now you're gonna have to wait 3 years for Halo 8. And then that will have a slow content rollout as well. You know what I mean? I feel like they're finally getting into a groove with Halo Infinite. I wouldn't want them just to stop and then start over. I'd rather them just continue for now. But that's just me. I don't know. What do you think?
Well, yeah, because I think about last year too. It's just I think with the season 2 being needed out into a much longer, it used to be 3 months, but it's now 8 months. And it's I think this is probably not going to go down too well and probably die out. But now this year, I've seen a huge comeback and has more content with the game. And I have to say, this is actually really promising to say that Halo Infinite could actually be running for much longer. And I hope so. Still hope the reshuffle means lots of good things associated with this whole thing. So I would say, yeah.
Yeah. I think they need to try and bring people back to Halo Infinite, but I think if they get people back in the door, I think people will enjoy it. I think it's a very polished, the game is it's the same game that they re-released with, but a lot more polished now, and it's like got a lot more stuff to do, and a lot more options. And I think people give it another chance, they'll enjoy it. So that's what I'm hoping for. I'm hoping people will give it another chance.
But
season 5
there's some other possibilities too, where Halo Infinite could also go into other ways that may not be the most popular. Like, you say that it just gets more polished, right? Well, apparently, there's still some limitations to the Subspace engine, which is a bespoke engine that kind of like has a lot of limitations and is being coded with more complications with it, which means it's not very flexible. So it's possible in the future, along with a certain ability, they were reportedly working on a battle royale for Halo, which, granted, it is going to be a standalone game that is built in Unreal Engine 5, but it could be possible that Halo Infinite multiplayer could actually be rebooted as Halo Infinite multiplayer in Unreal Engine 5, which means we end up like having all this stuff. So is this something you would be prepared to face if they were to make that decision to switch to Unreal Engine 5, but end up downloading a different game? Like with Minecraft, that you get Xbox One edition, but you had to download another version of Minecraft called Better Together Update, which means it's now into the more cross-play platform, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I get what you mean. I mean, I'm not sure, to be honest. It'd be interesting. Obviously, if all my save file carried over and it played pretty much the same way, I don't think I would be that bothered. But if you like ended up having to start over and the gameplay felt weird or it was like buggy or whatever, then obviously I'd be a bit miffed off. So it really just depends on the execution, really, of how it ends up, like how they end up doing it.
I would be in favor of this. Like you said, it will be just like transferring the save data over, like in Overwatch 2, because Overwatch 1, I bought a bunch of microtransactions through loot boxes. My bad, but I got it on both the PlayStation and the PC because it doesn't have cross-buying feature, but I was able to like have them all tied up to a single Blizzard account, and I was able to get all the purchases for Overwatch 2, and that's really good. So I'm just thinking like maybe that's the case with like Halo Infinite if it gets relaunched in Unreal Engine 5. And I think this is a good thing anyway, because not only you get all the cosmetics, but it should have a much more flexible system, which makes it even possible for coatings to be cross-core across all the cores, and that includes feature cores as well. So just imagine like you got Ashton Victory, which in the moment you only get it for like Mark 7, but imagine you can get this coating for like a UI core, for instance. I mean, that'd
be cool.
Yeah,
we've had this discussion a couple of times on Halo there, that I like the idea of having an Iron Man like collection of different armored suits. So I quite like the fact that they're all different, but I know a lot of people really want cross core stuff, so I get that.
Well, my point
I'm
is,
not that bothered by it, but I get people do want that.
But my point is that like in Fortnite, you only get like one coating for whether it's for weapons or anything like that, but you can have one coating which you can apply to any vehicle, any weapon, and it's made possible because of the flexibilities of Unreal Engine. And you even like get cosmetics, music, and all of those other bits which can apply to as many like different models as possible. And this is something that I'm just hoping to see with like Halo. In fact, Rocket League is like you can apply decals and everything to different cars. And cars are just treated like armor cores because you got like different car models as well. So I'm just thinking like if you get those people from those free-to-play games and work on like the new version of Halo Infinite, then it could mean that we can get other stuff. But like you said, like if you have to start from scratch and you have to buy all the microtransactions again, then this would actually scare most of the user base away because they already spent so much money on the game. And as you said, you can like get all the season passes for free, and this is a huge deal breaker. It is really one of the more forgiving free-to-play games as well. So yeah,
definitely. Yeah, it'd be interesting to see if they do change it to Unreal. Yeah, I mean, if they think that's what's for the best, I trust them, but we'll have to see, isn't it? Yeah, obviously there was the rumored Tatanka game as well, which was on Unreal as well. And we're not sure if that's still happening or not.
no,
it would be interesting though.
I think the chances are that campaign DLC could be shelved indefinitely, but it would not be out of question whether that's going to happen or not, because like they could bring in the campaign DLC as a surprise. They may not, because I think that just depends on how much they need to work on sorting out Halo Infinite's multiplayer. Like, they already brought over the co-op for Halo Infinite's campaign, right?
Yeah.
So therefore, it's just like, yeah, I think they will probably be working the multiplayer the most, but any time they would bring out the DLC, well, I think the chances are they would have to bring out another standalone game like Halo 8 and do that instead, especially they would rather do this in Unreal Engine. So I wouldn't be expecting the DLC to come for the campaign, but we could expect to see the Project Tanaka Battle Royale game to come out, but it could be able to be a standalone game still. So yeah.
I was gonna ask you, when do you think we will be seeing Halo 8? That's the big question. When do you think we are going to get the next Halo iteration? Do you think it'll be like Overwatch 2, where they use the Halo Infinite multiplayer and just add to it? Or do you think it would literally be built from scratch on a new system and a new engine and just built like brand new multiplayer? What do you think?
I'm hoping there will be like Overwatch 2, but I think the chances are if they're going to do that, I'm hoping they will run the same as like Destiny 2, where they keep running the same game for years. But I just feel that they should like create an Unreal Engine version of it, which would be much better. But as for as far as the campaign is concerned, it's a bit difficult because the chances are it could be separated from Halo Infinite, which is supposed to be one stop for all things multiplayer. But then again, I think this is pretty much more like a huge discussion whether this is going to happen or not. So,
what do you guys think? Let us know in the comments below what you guys think of Halo, the future of Halo Infinite. Or we'd love to know in the comments below what you guys think, and leave us a like as well.
So
then, anything else we need to?
And then there's and the last thing is, before we can actually end this podcast, is that the Paladins at the moment is being kept alive because it keeps receiving about event passes, which only adds cosmetics to it, but it rarely adds a new map to the game. But so therefore you won't get so much of it, but you instead get more skins with it. So I'm just saying that another possibility is that they could move on to, let's say, Battle Royale and like add only new content over there, and just could leave Halo Infinite multiplayer alive, but only with either cosmetics, or they stop it completely and keep running as an actual game, just like in Halo 3. So that would be the worst case scenario, because like it's possible they may keep it alive by giving it more battle passes and more shop cosmetics. But I'm hoping this would not happen because otherwise it just means that this game, it has run out of juice and is not receiving more content, and instead you end up receiving more cosmetics, and that's just the same fate for like Paladins at the moment. So what do you think? That would be bad, isn't it?
It would be, yeah. I mean, as I was saying earlier, I feel like it feels like Halo Infinite is finally in a good place. It's like in a good groove. It feels like we're finally getting somewhere with the multiplayer. It feels like we're finally making progress. And it would suck now if they just pulled the plug. I'm hoping that they keep going with Halo Infinite now for like a good couple of years, but we'll have to wait and see. What do you guys think? Let us know in the comments below for sure. So, was there anything else you want to?
I think that's about it. So, if you've been following Halo Dare for all 6 episodes, then thank you very much for listening. But for now, we're wrapping up the series, and we could make another Halo Dare episode, but it depends on how successful this channel is going on. But right now, if you subscribe and check out our latest episodes of our main podcast, then that would be great. So if you like and subscribe, you might actually expect more. So who knows?
Yeah, I mean, we always talk about Halo on X Marks the Box anyway. So if you are just purely an Xbox Halo fan, please check out X Marks the Box, as we still talk about Halo on there anyway. This is the end of our first run of Halo there. But if something big happens, or we get a new season, or like Halo 8 gets announced or whatever, we will be back and we will be doing regular episodes again for a while. It's just because we're doing limited run podcasts. We've only got a limited amount of time a week to do stuff, and we're going to be moving on to a brand new project starting next week, which is going to be in some kind of field of stars. Possibly,
I think we could be taking a break next week before we can start that. But then we don't want to give too much away. So, but yeah.
But basically, we got an idea. We're going to be moving on to a new limited run podcast after this. So this is the last episode of this run, but we will be back if there's more Halo news, and if you guys want it, for sure, we will totally be back. We love Halo, and we love talking about Halo. And don't cry. Don't cry that it's over. Just be happy that it happened. I don't know. Is that the right saying? I think that's right.
Well, Spartans don't die, really.
Spartans never die. Exactly.
They respawn.
Exactly. Yes. We will respawn for episode 7 at some point in the future. Possibly. Hopefully. And thank you guys for watching. We really appreciate it. Comment, like, subscribe. And until next time, Spartans out!
Neko out. Bye.
Bye.
Game over.
Thank you for listening to the X Marks the Box podcast. Follow us at xmarksbox on Twitter or xmarksthebox on YouTube. And follow us on all audio podcast services. Thanks for listening.